So picking up where we left off here, you've once again kind of gone back to this diagonal composition in your images, and I think it works really well. And again, we have this idea of sort of a contrast of something that's not aesthetically pleasing with something that is very aesthetically pleasing, which is this burst of light right above the tower of the grain elevator. So I think it works really well. The one thing I would kind of like to see cropped out of this image is this bar or pole or whatever that is bisecting the corner of the frame. Just kind of interferes with the viewer's visual field, and I certainly don't think it contributes at all to the photograph. Moving on to the next one, we have again sort of this idea of two different things. You've got some beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, very warm light that kind of makes the colors in this image really exciting, very much even pop off the page. Love the simplicity of the image. The only thing I wonder is, could we have shot this maybe straight on? The fact that these windows are kind of tilting upwards and the edge of the windowsill is kind of going off the page kind of again goes to sort of a clumsy composition that if really you're going to make your images about being artful and aesthetically pleasing, you really have to focus in on that compositional end of things. We have a black and white image then, completely different than the other images, very dark, very moody, kind of challenging, especially after you've just had an image that is super saturated and super bright. I think this certainly speaks to the ugliness of decay and art, but I just don't think it fits in a very cohesive manner with the rest of the images. And similarly, we've got an electronic thing that isn't sort of the natural world, or at least of the outdoors. It's not very colorful. It's in black and white, and boy, I struggle with finding a way for this to fit in with the rest of your project cohesively. I think you started out really well in this series, but kind of the last two images you've hit a couple bumps here, and they're really images that I think you probably could have edited out of the portfolio. And then moving forward, I think again you've got a little bit better organized frame, some really nice shapes that seem to fall all in the right spots. They work compositionally, almost have a very triangular composition here that again is very aesthetically pleasing and contrasts against the graffiti in the photographs. Absolutely love this shot, love sort of the beauty of nature contrasted against the ugly graffiti, and even the fact that the colors of the graffiti mirror the colors of the leaves, and even the brick work here really works fantastically. Probably one of my favorite shots of the group. And then rounding it off, we've got your final image here that again kind of talks to the duality of what we have going on here. We've got this very crazy graffiti on the right hand part of the frame, and these beautiful lines and sort of this natural green grass that's growing in between here that's very aesthetically pleasing to me. So this is a nice way to close your portfolio out. I think that this is a good exclamation point on the whole package. Again, I think that we had a few road bumps along the way in there that might have been edited out, and again, I cannot reinforce the point enough that you really have to pay attention to the directions on things when you are submitting them, and you can see just by the fact that we're looking at these little images that they're so small, it's really tough to review.